how we've had our best year ever in 2017, and then did even better in 2018, and we just did even better in 2019. In fact, 14% of the state champions in the state of Missouri in high school out of 4 classes came from my Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday academy rooms. Now, sure, they have other great coaches, other great influences. I'm certainly not taking credit. I'm just saying that those kids came from our rooms. And if you count the academy kids from my brother's rooms, and former athletes of ours who trained with us for many, many years, but oftentimes their high school coaches don't allow them to train with us. We see that sometimes. The numbers could have been way more. 24% out of all the state finals matches, 1 in 4 had at least one Purler Wrestling Academy wrestler in it. So, how do we help these athletes to have these great results in 2019? Number one, we have an amazing system in place. So I don't deviate it. My system has become more organized in that we have our academy training system. We have our elite room, Purler Wrestling Academy Elite. Their drill plan is the same, but it's expanded. Then we have our new world-class wrestler program. That's our, I wouldn't even say our best elite room athletes. That's the year-round program. World-class wrestler program is also year-round, but I'm looking for attendance. Well, you'll reach your goals, some sooner than others, but I need attendance. So we look at our best, the elite room kids who had the best attendance, and they're in the world-class wrestler program, and that's a very long drill plan. But it includes the academy and the beginners. So we believe in teaching and learning wrestling in levels, just like karate and gymnastics has been doing forever, right? And those of you who are members of our online wrestling academy, it's $14 a month. You know that we have 4 levels there, so it's all right in there. But so that's number one. We have a system in place. Number two, what we did was I added locations. We have a bunch of coaches now, about 12 coaches who work for us. 1 full-time. Well, actually, my son's helping me now full-time. So other than that, we have a bunch of former athletes of mine who are high school coaches or who work in the business world, and they run locations for us. So now my athletes have access to our training program more than once a week for 17 years. For the most part of that, at least 15 or 16 years, it was a once a week program that you had access to. Now we have kids training 3 or 4 times a week if they want. Certain times of the year, obviously. Some train less, some take a month or so off. But for the most part, our athletes, we try to keep, encourage them to train once a week year round, and most do. But they have access to 2 or 3 practices a week. Some of them who live in very certain areas can have access to 4 practices a week. So our system, and they get more of it because they're on the mat more. The third thing that we did and do is I doubled down on our approach to being smart position wrestling. The beat them up, make them tired coaching style. I think it's stupid. Don't mean to offend anyone. I just think it's silly, right? Break their willpower, right? There's some meme going around. Step on the enemy's throat. I mean, what the, the Russians, the Soviets teach wrestling that it's 90% technical, 5% mental, and 5% physical. I'm not saying I have that approach because I certainly don't know as much as those guys do. That's the best wrestling on the planet. But I do know that wrestling's about holding position, wrestling smart. We don't want to have close matches, but we're assuming we're going to have some. So our whole philosophy is how to win those close matches. The kids that we're beating by 10 points, we're going to beat them no matter what. How do you win more close matches? If I can win 9 out of my 12 close matches, I might be in the national finals or state finals. If I lose 9 out of those 12, I might not qualify for state. And you say, well, why not try to win 12 out of 12? Well, of course we're trying to. But if an Olympic champion can lose, I think my high school kids and my JV kids and my elementary and middle school kids, I'm going to give them a chance. I mean, they're going to lose a couple matches a year, right? So we try to win, 90%, you could say. How do you do that? Well, you wrestle smart and you hold your position. I would rather take 5 shots and get 4 takedowns than take 18 shots and get 6 takedowns. Because we're looking at efficiency, shot to finish ratio, and not getting ourselves in trouble. So doubling down on smart wrestling is number 3. Lastly, a huge emphasis still, as it's been for 20 years, on becoming the best leg riders in America. And leg riding helps you to steal your opponent's athleticism. It helps you to maintain control over the match. It helps our freshmen to beat the 18-year-olds. In 2018, we had 6 freshmen in the state finals. 4 of them won the title. And in fact, this year we had a bunch more. Not that many, but 4, I think. Maybe 3. We also, out of the national finals, I think, almost 20 kids in the national finals, 71% won the title. In the state finals, we had a 70% winning percentage. So when our kids are making the finals this year in 2019, we won 70% of those finals matches. But that's the 4 key areas and reasons why we had our best year ever, which I told my parents after 2017 it'd be probably 6 to 10 years before we had another year like that. Last year we did better. This year we did better still. So anyway, there's some insight. Hopefully that helps you as a coach or an athlete, and we wish you a lot of luck. Good luck. You can check us out at purlerwrestling.com if you had interest in our programs, but we certainly wish you a lot of luck.